Good evening and thank you for joining us. Jack, kind of one of those nice problems to have, I guess, for the coaching staff. They've got more good people than they really need.
No, it's a great problem to have, but it makes the decision really tough for Brian Curran. But yeah, preseason's wrapping up. Regular season starts this time next week. So
fantastic. Well, what are we looking forward to in the weather, Peter? Really, it all comes down to this long weekend, the last long weekend of summer.
Exactly, and it will be a good one, I promise. As soon as we get through tonight, we'll have warm conditions for the whole weekend. Temperatures will get warmer and warmer every day, so a great day to head out to go camping and enjoy this weather while it lasts. Currently, we're sitting at 14 degrees with overcast skies. There is a humidity of 75%. A good chance we'll get another shower before the end of the night. In the Lakeland region, a little warmer at 18 degrees with mostly cloudy skies and some clouds in the Battlefords, currently at 17. We'll have your weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
It was an emotional night in Cold Lake as hundreds of people filled the Energy Centre to get a glimpse of the mural, which is already carving its way into Canadian history. As Clayton Brown explains, the Portrait of Honour has been making its rounds across Canada, and it's made its latest stop in the Lakeland region.
It stands 10 feet tall and spans 40 feet across. With 157 faces, the Portrait of Honour is becoming one of the most famous paintings in Canada. And it all started 3 years ago in a small basement in Ontario.
The next morning when I grabbed my newspaper, I seen that we had lost 100. My brother's son wasn't on there, but I realized that it was somebody's loved one there, and I wanted to do something for them.
And so Dave did what he does best. He picked up a paintbrush and began the mural, spending 16 hours a day painting the faces of fallen Canadian soldiers from Afghanistan.
The amount of hours that he's put into this, he's even got a poppy. He said 110,000 poppies on this mural to recognize that every single death that we've had in our wars.
It's breathtaking. It's almost like you can see into their souls when you look into their eyes on the picture. Like he captured these people so amazingly.
But in a community with such a military presence, the mural represents even more. For Chris Downey, he lost a co-worker and friend, and the Portrait of Honour meant fulfilling a promise.
We made our own highway of heroes with people lining the streets, and I finally got to bring him home. I finally got to keep my end of the deal, and I promised him that he would come home, and I just feel now that I've actually brought him home.
The mural has been on tour across Canada for over 3 months now, but it's not just gaining notoriety here in Canada, also south of the border.
They've asked me to take this to Washington. The Marines want to show Americans how we honor our fallen, and it might go there.
The Portrait of Honour's next stop is in Fort McMurray. In Cold Lake, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
Last week, we told you how Lakeland College's Lloydminster residence was completely full, and some students were without living quarters. As Robert Buffum reports, since then, the community response has been remarkable, and every student will have a roof over their head just in time for the start of the school year.
Yeah, no problem.
Today was moving-in day for Lakeland College's Lloydminster residents, a time of anticipation, new beginnings, and forging friendships over life's basics.
Well, I was so happy when I saw him bring that microwave because I didn't have any way to heat up my food, so.
Jason and one of his new roommates, microwave-owning Michael, are excited about their new digs and the school year ahead.
I'll get a lot of studying done, get some good marks, and have some good times.
There's some of the lucky students who had no trouble getting a room in the dorms.
I applied early and I got in. And
residence was completely full over a week ago, leaving some students potentially out in the cold. But the school appealed to the community for rooms to rent and got a great response.
We had over 40, and as of this week now, close to 50 individuals from the community who picked up the phone and called our office and said, you know what, we can help you out.
Alan says although all housing needs have been met, people with rooms to rent should call back in May for next year.
Residence isn't for everyone. It's a great experience for some, but not for everyone. And so we like to provide the students. Sure, we want to fill our residence, that's no doubt about it, but we also want to provide the students with their lifestyle choice.
Andy says with more students set to enroll in January, those extra offers may come in handy in just a few months. Meanwhile, those students packing into res are nothing short of giddy.
It's a tight-knit kind of community, I guess, around the dorms, so it's usually a lot of fun. The more people, sure, more fun it'll be.
Robert Buffum, Newcap News.
The latest build for Habitat for Humanity on the border is taking shape in Lloydminster. And while the project is nearly complete, there's still a lot of work to be done, and additional volunteers are always welcome. Despite the best laid plans, construction is still subject to the whims of Mother Nature, and she hasn't been kind this summer, which has contributed to the project falling about a month behind schedule.
Then with the winds and the rain and everything else, it's actually put us back by almost a month. And so we're hoping to be done the end of September or just into October.
This means the families selected to occupy the new homes and who have been also putting in volunteer hours will have to wait a little bit longer before they can enjoy the fruits of their labor.
To have a mortgage and to enjoy home ownership and to have their own backyard, and they're just absolutely thrilled and very patient.
Summer is traditionally a slower time for volunteers to donate their services, but there's still been strong support, and more is needed for the final push. Skilled tradespeople are always welcome, but anyone who's able-bodied can be put to use.
We're building our decks at the back. We could have lots of people helping with that, or landscaping because it's not done yet. Lots of people could help out with that if they have a bit of a green thumb. You know, those types of things.
If you're interested in helping out, you can contact the Restore in Lloydminster, but the organization is also making good use of social media.
We have a Facebook site, and that's probably the best place to get your information from. There's some great pictures. It'll tell you the dates that we're working and the things we're doing. So we can definitely use the support of the community members.